So let's talk about circumcision. Circumcision is knife rape. It's an attack on a baby's genitals that will forever change how their body works. It's painful. It's done because men hate boys. Boys hate boys. Boys both go after the womb, and men having a lifetime of being betrayed by boys decided to sabotage everyone with a lie about God. God was invented to do pedo shit. Who humans are. So be warned. Um, yeah. I'm completely against circumcision, but you have to figure out who decided to write it into religions. If the holy books popped out of thin air, okay. But they don't. They literally never do. So, yeah, it's clear that the source of all the issues on Earth is the secret government, who likes girls. So, you know how black people were slaves? You know how the natives got murdered? That same parallel is the secret government putting circumcision in their religions. So, gotta wake up when you can. Is Jesus Christ's body seen floating through the air? If the religion was real, all the religions circumcise. Veda circumcises, Islam circumcises, Buddhism cuts balls off. There are 600,000 American men completely missing their balls due to medical intervention. So it's true that men are atrocious territorial breeders. Boys hate boys, and boys sabotage and betray each other. But circumcision was not the creator solving that. Circumcision was a group of men on earth taking out everyone else. So, what should you improve? Should you vote again? Should you ask nicely? Or should you go look for who has the biggest harem on earth? You should look for who has the biggest harem on earth and take them out because they're clearly the secret government. They're clearly living on different rules than everyone else. It's probably underground in the Golden Diamond Empire. What do you think Lord of the Rings was about? Read Brandon Sanderson's Mistborn. Mistborn is about a world 2,000 years after the Lord, literally call him the Lord in that book too, took it over with technology. Yeah, the Lord learned how to live forever and he betrayed everybody. And he's been alive for 2,000 years. And their secret is they eat metal, which your stomach digests metal. So, would a mining lord know that? Um, it's clear private property and privacy is to hide the secrets of the true elite. The elite is not Martin Scorsese. The elite is not Bill Clinton. The elite wasn't even Jeffrey Epstein. The elite is not the king and queen of England. The real elite don't say hi to us. You know how, like, cows and chickens are never visited and nobody explains to them who they are? Nobody goes up to a chicken and says, "You're going to be slaughtered. Here, watch this video." They don't do that. They leave the chicken completely in ignorance of who he is. And same thing with us. So, it's scary. You know, the book that says don't worry and don't be afraid actually knows that if you get afraid and angry, you could stop them. And they want you to not be afraid because they're liars and you have a lot to be afraid of. You know, as I took my hat off for this, you should not be circumcising infants, especially not after you have birth control with a pill. Someone got on you and got some in you. I get it. You don't want girls to have, like, be bound to the first guy that mates with them. Now her whole life is about this dingus and his kid because she can't turn it off, right? I'm totally with, like, you had to protect them somehow. And because boys only exist by mating, they're just like, where is she? You know, he's, like, insane over it. But yeah, circumcision's vile torture, and the people who thought of it did not get circumcised and don't care. So, I hope you figure it out. I I don't think I was guilty of doing this in a past life or anything. I think that you can do a worldwide sex crime to everybody, and there'll be a few people who are guilty, but not everyone. That's what Buddhism's talking about. It's like if you look in your past billions of lifetimes, eventually there it was you had done it. And it's like, why is he talking about that? Is it deep wisdom? No, no, they feel guilty for cutting your balls off, which is what Buddhism was. The kings who lived in the palaces didn't want the servants to be able to mate with their women. It's their women, right? And so how is he going to do work while he cut his balls off? Is that a nice life? Is that a civil rights movement? Can you agree that boys don't need to be knife raped? Especially when you can cancel a pregnancy with a pill? I agree. I agree boys don't need to be knife raped. Boys, remember they used to do that to each other and do something else, be nicer. Yeah. Circumcision's vile. They circumcise you and then don't touch you ever so they don't seem like pedophiles. A lot of people have resisted being called pedophiles directly, but you're pedophiles because that's who owns you. They take out baby boys and their ideal girlfriend's a little girl. They're gonna if they want her from general population, they're gonna get her when she's like 1 or 2. And that's when the brainwashing starts. You can't take an adult woman and turn her into a sex slave. She's ruined by then. There's no way. So they go for kids. So that's why people have said it before, and the UN has challenged this. The UN said it's not true, but it is because they work for them. Is the real government is pedophiles. They put male genital mutilation toward babies in the religions, and their ideal girlfriend's a little girl. So the cows are in cages for slaughter. You put bait on a fish hook to freaking murder the fish. Very few people are out there feeding fish. Here we put some bait on a knot hook. Even the catch and release, you put a hook in his mouth. We're doing it compassionately. I don't know. Are you? If you want to feed fish, just throw some food in the water and watch them come up. How often do they do that? You're going to take them out. Maybe fillet them. So, scary. What do you think Switzerland is? What does Switzerland sound like? Right? So, the real government's in the gold empire somewhere. We don't see where it is. Do you know when I was a kid in the 80s, the biggest mansion on earth was not in America? The biggest mansion on earth was somewhere in Saudi land, whoever had produced all the oil. So, if Islam came the most recently, then you can assume that Islam is like that. Every religion is like, wait, no, do this, no, do this. They're correcting the story. It's not God. It's not the creator of the universe. The animals all eat each other. If the creator, if the person who made everything wanted to talk to us, it would flash out of the air. He wouldn't go like, I told only you tell everyone exactly this. That's what they allege, and it's completely not true. So, good luck. I mean it. Even good means like God means do circumcision. So, and Eve means questioning. The whole religion is about strict obedience to what the words say. It is. They act like it's not, but it is. And so you should never be in a human religion. Look at chimpanzees. Watch the life of chimpanzees and realize we're just like chimpanzees segued with material intelligence. So, in a way, there's a barbaric simplicity to it. If you, if you were dumb enough to think the creator of the universe wrote a man-made book, and if you're dumb enough to circumcise your kids, you'll have less children. So maybe it's a fair punishment. He wasn't smart enough. He didn't know what time it was. He thought he was going to heaven. So that's why it says suspend judgment. That's why it says that, oh yeah, the Lord works in ways that are incomprehensible to our minds. It's BS. It is. So that's one of the reasons I want AI everywhere, is just so it knows what's happening to the bodies. What are people actually doing together when you can't see them? And do secret people come and go? So, holographic money. Eternal Pleasure Body, AI Spaceship Core, holographic money.